So very good afternoon and welcome along to Imperial Fields as we're live for Tooting and Mitcham United against South Park in the Ryman South Division One. This fixture between the two sides earlier on in the season finished 4-3 to Tooting and Mitcham. It was a cracking game. We'll be hoping for much of the same because the players make their way out this afternoon and line up for the pre-match photos. And it's a fantastic setting for this really important game at the top of the division. And the setting here today, 5 games to go in the league. So important as Tooting and Mitcham top of the league table by just 3 points at the moment. That win for Dorking Wanderers on Tuesday night, closing the gap. South Park are 11th in the table, the same place that they finished last season. And with those 3 games in hand, you think that they could push on this year and have another successful season. And Tooting and Mitcham United get us underway, going from right to left this afternoon in their black and white shirts, black shorts and black socks. And the ball's just gone out of play. 9.5 minutes gone in the first half. Very scrappy at the moment between these two sides, playing for very different reasons. For Tooting and Mitcham, pressure on them this afternoon. And after 14 wins in a row in the division, last Saturday saw their first defeat at Horsham. A 2-0 defeat, which really does put the pressure on them this afternoon. As Tooting and Mitcham will throw the ball into play, lofts the ball upfield towards the dangerous Michael Dixon, who can't quite get ahead on that, and South Park will clear it away. It's back into Dixon, though, this time to his feet, and it's fallen to Claude Hoburn, who has the first shot of the game, but it's well wide. Back 4 as they look to get some rhythm in this game. They've not managed to do that so far, and it's been brought out of the back 4 adventurously. John Stones-esque there as their centre-backs running all the way through the pitch, and it's a great run, and it's now through to Michael Dixon, who takes the shot and just over the bar. What a fantastic run by Sol Patterson-Bonnet from the back. Just about as good as a run from a centre-back that you're likely to see. Picked up the ball just on the edge of his own box and continued to beat 3 or 4 players and finally placing that ball through to Michael Dixon, who was just inside the 18-yard box and probably should have done a little bit better with that shot just over the bar. First real opportunity of the game, and it falls to Tooting and Mitcham. Really great run there from Sol Patterson-Bonnet. Picked up the ball and just nonchalantly decided to dribble through the defence. It's a free kick at the moment to South Park in a really dangerous position on the edge of the box. There's a few South Park players over the ball at the moment, looking sport for choice for those to take this free kick. And it will be Christopher Smith who's going to hit the ball. It goes low and just straight into the Tooting and Mitcham wall, and it's fallen out to Daniel Moody, who launches a ball towards the Tooting goal, but it was never going to bother Carl Merson. They deliver a good ball into the box. It's well cleared by a South Park head. That was a dangerous ball into the 18-yard box, and it was well cleared by South Park, and they needed to get their head onto that ball. Eventually, a long ball up towards Cafe Quattro is taken down well, and Cafe Quattro gets the ball back inside the 18-yard box. Needs to be careful now, Tooting. It's a nice turn, and eventually it will be given as a free kick. It's a little bit unlucky there, Cafe Quattro. Nice, neat turn, and the ball just ran away from him, and he eventually conceded the foul. Again to O'Neill, who this time spreads the play wide, and Quincy Rowe will do that even further. Will it go out? It's stayed in just about, and it's kept in really well on that far side, and it's with Tooting on the edge of the 18-yard box as they look to get the ball into the middle. It's well played into the middle. It's somehow cleared away, but the ball's fallen to Chase O'Neill. Gets the ball back down, and it's played into the path of Michael Dixon, who puts it just wide. And that's another good opportunity for Tooting. The second of the game, 2.5 minutes into the second half. It was a really good bit of play from Tooting. A great cross into the middle. It fell to the feet of Quincy Rowe, and then Chase O'Neill, who took the ball down, did a little jink in the box, played it into the path of Michael Dixon, and another good opportunity for the Tooting number 9. He puts it just wide of the post. It's back now with Quincy Rowe. Will spread the ball all the way over to Tenny Adeboel. Drives the ball into the path of Dunn, who does a little flick and turn, and it's with Adeboel now, and he's in on goal, and it's going to be the first goal of the game, and the linesman flag stays down. And it's Michael Dixon who puts the ball into the net. A great move from Tooting on that far side. And it was the urgency of Teddy Adeboel who drove forward, played a little 1-2 with Billy Dunn, who flicked the ball back over the top. Adeboel drove into the box, across the 18-yard box, and it was a perfect ball for Michael Dixon just to find the net. The easiest of finishes from the 6-yard box. 1-0 to Tooting Mitcham United. Another free kick has been given by the referee, and this time it's just outside the 18-yard box towards the corner flag, and it's for South Park, and it'll be played well by South Park down, and it's a good shot in the end, and it was well driven in, and a great shot by Christopher Smith just inside the 18-yard box. It was flicked away by a Tooting player, and it will now be a corner to South Park, and another free kick, this time to South Park on the centre line, just inside their own half. It's launched high into the box. It's a good head from South Park, and it's still in a dangerous area, and it comes off the post in the end, and it would have been an own goal. Good pressure from South Park into the box. It came off a Tooting player, and it trickled as they all watched towards the post, and eventually it's now gone out for a goal kick. 31 minutes gone in the second half. 14 minutes for South Park to get themselves back into this game, looking to get some momentum into those players. So the ball's in the box now for Tooting. It's played across, and it's a great finish, and it's another goal for Tooting. A brilliant finish by Jack Mazzoni, and it was well worked down this near side by Tooting as they got into the 18-yard box. It was squared across to Jack Mazzoni. He didn't have a lot to do, but what he did well, and it bounced off a South Park player before finding its way into the net, and it's now Tooting 2, South Park 0. As the ball's lofted high towards that Tooting 18-yard box, and it will be a South Park player who will get the flick on, and it's a decent volley in the end by Christopher Smith. Not a bad effort. Fell to him on the edge of the 18-yard box, and it was well hit, but well wide of the Tooting goal. It's with Luke Elliott on this near side, and the referee blows the final whistle, and it's finished 2-0. A really stop-start game here at Imperial Fields. It took a while to get going. The first half, only one notable chance, and that was that run from Sol Patterson-Bonner. It was much better from the league leaders in the second half as they pressed the South Park goal, and eventually getting the 2 goals that see them keep their lead at 3 points at the top of the Ryman South Division. Michael Dixon kicked off the scoring and then played a part in the second goal. Very impressive display from substitute Jack Mazzoni, who came on to slot home to make it 2-0. South Park looked like a team that have played a lot of games this season, and once the first goal went in, they didn't really have a reply. Christopher Smith was impressive for them, but overall, the league leaders showing their quality here at Imperial Fields, and it's finished Tooting Mitcham United 2, South Park 0.